We have a saying here in the high desert of the West, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. Hard to believe I was in Moab last weekend, getting a sunburn. Now it's snowing. I'm Tyler, you're watching BleepinJeep. So I told you earlier that we went to Moab for Easter Jeep Safari. I wasn't able to make arrangements for a flatbed trailer. I don't have a trailer myself. The one I normally borrow from my buddy, he was using it. So we decided to flat tow the Jeep down there. We pulled this old tow bar off of one of our flat fenders. Had to do some modifications to make it fit the Wrangler. But I want to show you how to flat tow a vehicle safely so that you don't damage your transmission, your transfer case. So the first thing you'll notice, my Tahoe sits pretty low and my Jeep sits pretty high. You want this tongue to be as close to level as possible. So I've taken this hitch and flipped it upside down and reversed the ball, and that gave me the height to get this almost level. And this setup worked really, really well. Whatever tow bar you decide to go with, make sure you follow the manufacturer's instructions for setting that tow bar up, especially on how you attach it to the front of your vehicle. I'm not going to go into that in this video because there's so many different tow bars out there. What I do want to show you is the proper way to set up your transfer case and your transmission. Now this is the MP231 transfer case, so I have 2 high, 4 high, neutral, and 4 low. The first thing you want to do once you get your Wrangler attached to your tow vehicle is put your transfer case in neutral. Now put your transmission, if you're a manual transmission, put it in gear. If you have an automatic transmission, make sure that you're in park. This will prevent damage to your transmission, especially an automatic. You don't want all that stuff spinning around in there without the engine running, because it can damage the clutches and so forth in your auto, and it's better for your manual transmission, have it in gear so that it doesn't rotate or turn as you're going down the road. Your transfer case can take all of the rotation. Once it's shifted into neutral, it becomes a disconnect from your powertrain to your axle. So leave your transmission in gear, transfer case in neutral. Last thing you need to do, put your key in and turn it just enough to release the lock on the steering wheel, but not enough to turn on your electrical system, or you'll end up with a dead battery. Once you've done those 3 steps, the next thing is to hook up the lights. If you're going to flat tow a lot, say you're touring the United States behind a motorhome, you're probably going to want to have your Jeep wired up so you can plug right into the factory lights. I'm not going to show you how to do that today because it's quite complicated, and there's a much simpler solution. One of these tow kits, it's a lighting kit. They've got lights and all the wiring all set up. They're magnetic. The magnets are pretty strong, they stay put. And I picked up this set at Walmart for 36 bucks. I priced them out anywhere from this at the low end at 36 all the way up to 150 bucks. You can spend whatever you want. These did the job for me. They stayed on, worked really good. So the way these lights are set up, they're wired together, and then they have the 4 flat on your standard for your standard trailer lighting. And this kit, I think these were about 20 feet long. But as you route this up through your vehicle, you want to make sure that you don't pinch and break this wire or cut it. So as you route it up through your vehicle, be very careful. Make sure you can still move it, that it's not pinched, it's not going to break. So I routed mine up through the cab, out through this front door, making sure that it's not binding or being pinched. Over across the hood, I ran it through my windshield bump stop here, just to keep it from coming off or any chance of it snagging on the tire as I'm going down the road. and then I'll show you how I hooked it up. So I've run the wire down here. I didn't attach it to the tongue or anything. I wanted this to be fairly loose so that as I turn, I want to make sure this didn't bind. Now the kit that I bought came with the 4-flat plug. It's a pretty universal trailer plug. But my Tahoe has a 6-position plug. So I've had this adapter for a while for some of the other trailers I run. So you may need an adapter depending on what vehicle you're using. Just slide that adapter on, plug it in. Now we'll test the lights for function, and as long as they're working, we're good to go. Alright guys, that's it for this week. I hope this was helpful. I will see you next time. Don't forget to visit BleepinJeep.com. If you would please like, share, and subscribe. That helps us to keep the videos coming. I'll see you next time.